What is up? This is your LA in a minute. Today I want to get into the history of downtown LA's own Angels Flight Railway. Let's get into it. So Angels Flight is said to be the world's shortest incorporated railway, yet over its first 50 years, it carried more than 100 million people, more than any other railway in the world. The counterbalanced cars, controlled by cables, are technically a funicular, and they travel at 33% grade for 315 feet. Angels Flight was built in 1901 without public financing by J.W. Eddy, a colonel, a lawyer, an engineer, and previously a friend of Abraham Lincoln. The original Angels Flight location had tracks on the side of the 3rd Street Tunnel and connected Hill Street and Olive Street, and it operated from 1901 to 1969. Angels Flight had 2 boarding stations and 2 cars named Sinai and Olivet, and they were pulled up the steep incline by metal cables powered by engines at the upper Olive Street station. One car ascended while the other descended, carried down by gravity. The original name was Los Angeles Incline Railway, but was renamed Angels Flight in 1912 after the archway with the same name. The original Angels Flight operated 68 years with only 3 incidents. In 1913, there was a derailment. In 1937, a sleeping salesman was dragged several yards by the car, and there was a fatal accident in 1943 when a pedestrian walking up the tracks was killed. Angels Flight was temporarily closed on May 18, 1969, when the Bunker Hill area underwent a controversial redevelopment which destroyed and displaced 22,000 people. After it was dismantled, both Angels Flight cars were placed in storage in a private museum called the Bandstand. It was only supposed to be for 2 years, but it ended up being 27. After being in storage for those 27 years, the funicular was rebuilt and reopened by the Angels Flight Railway Foundation on February 24th, 1996, half a block to the south. The original cars were used, but the track was rebuilt, and the funicular was only 298 feet long at this point. In 2001, there was a serious accident as the Sinai car rolled downhill uncontrollably and collided into the Olivet car, killing an 83-year-old tourist and injuring his wife and 6 other people. Once again, the funicular was shuttled, this time for 9 years, falling into a little bit of disarray. Angels Flight reopened again in 2010 in the revitalized downtown historic core and Broadway Commercial Center. It had 59,000 riders in the first month, and it was off to the races. It was commemorated in the film La La Land with Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone as seen here. Though Angels Flight has evolved and moved since this gorgeous shot, it's open daily from 6:45 a.m. to 10 p.m. and a one-way ride only costs you $1. You can also use your Metro Tap card and save 50 cents. 50 cents a ride or $1 round trip. All right, LA, it's been a minute.